10, 9, 8,
7,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
1.
1.
Woo!
Hello, hey! How's everybody doing? Doing good. We are back again, second week here on the break, and we couldn't be more excited.
Woo!
I'm going to pick up my phone for a second because I want to see who is hopping on with us.
Yeah, who we got here?
So feel free right now to give us a shout out. Let us know how you're doing as we start this break off. Give us some hearts. Give us some likes. Let us know how we're doing. Let's start on the top here. I can see Amy Roloff.
What's up?
What is up? Ellen, how you doing?
Hi,
Got my
Ellen.
wife. Give a shout out. I'm sure the kids are watching. And we got Angie and Dave Brown. They're always
Hello.
faithful.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Who else we got here, Carter?
We got Karen. Hey, Karen. We
Hey,
got
Karen.
Diana. How's it going? We got George. Hello. And we got a lot of people on here. Wow.
Melissa.
Melissa, Nancy. Woo! My
Absolutely.
mom's on there.
Hey,
Hi, Mom.
Carter's
Hello. Hi, Mom.
How you doing? We got Kayla Hogue, Abigail Nussbaum, Mike Pierce, and there's more jumping on.
Amazing.
Guys, we really are. We're excited to take a break right now with you. Maybe you're on your lunch break. Maybe like Rob James last week, he was working, but he
Told
was
us to
tuning
talk
in.
quieter.
Yeah. But we're excited about this. Carter, can you actually give them a little bit of vision on what the reason that we're doing this break,
Yeah.
and even like the time that we picked, and what's the reasoning behind it?
Yeah, so we realized that, like, as a staff here at Woodline, like, you're always on stage, like, doing worship, but people don't always get the chance to get to know you, and, like, especially, like, me and Brian, we're not out in front of people all the time, so they don't really get to know what's going on behind the scenes and everything.
Yeah, because Pastor Brian, he runs the media.
Yes,
Yep.
and then I'm pretty much his assistant, and I do, like, social media and stuff like that, like graphic design. But, yeah, you guys don't really get the chance to talk to us a lot.
We found
so.
that like half the time, by the time we get out of the back closet, as we call it sometimes, like half the church would be gone, so it's a
Yeah.
lot harder for us to get out and say hi to everybody before you leave and stuff. So
Yeah, this is just a way to get to know us
yeah,
better.
get to know us, and if you do see us, when we get out after the service is over, come say hi to us. We'd love to meet you
Yes.
guys. If we
Yes.
haven't
We're
got
not
to
shy
show you already.
people,
Yep.
so
Nope.
No,
not at all.
we absolutely love to say hi to you
Yeah.
guys. And make sure at the end of this, podcast here today, that you stick around because we're going to be doing our drawing from last week. If
Yeah.
you remember, we did 2 truths and a lie. But like I said, we would love for you guys to stick around, and so that way you can see who is the winner of it.
Yeah, we got a lot of names in here.
That's right. We got a lot of names, so we had a lot of people that guessed right, and we're going to be doing the drawing at the end. But don't worry. If you're like, man, I might miss out on this opportunity to have a new sweet
Ooh.
T-shirt.
What are
Yes.
we gonna do?
Carter, can you tell them what is another way that we're going to be doing a
I
free T-shirt
can.
giveaway?
Yes, I can. So this week we're doing another T-shirt giveaway. All you have to do is leave a comment and guess which one of us 3 plays the most instruments. So
Yep.
Just gotta
yeah,
guess.
I don't want to say too much.
No,
but
we're not gonna
Yeah,
give it
don't.
away.
Leave-
Don't say anything at all.
Leave it
but,
up
like,
for a second even. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we're gonna leave it up
so
for a minute.
Who can play the most instruments?
We all play instruments.
And
so.
maybe you play spoons, right? Spoons counts.
I thought that was a game.
No, spoons. Where you put them together?
Isn't that when you like
put 'em
grab
on
the
your-
spoon?
Okay, if that counts, next week, Zach, you have to put on a performance.
Yeah.
If you
I
want it
can
to
put on a
count.
spoons performance of a lifetime. It's gonna be fantastic.
All right.
So, anyways, start guessing who plays the most instruments, and don't be surprised. I wouldn't go with your gut here. So, anyways, is it me, Carter, or Brian? 1, 2, or 3, and we would love to hear about that. But like I said, that we
Leave
also
in the comment. You have till midnight next Thursday.
Yes.
Next Thursday midnight.
Yes.
midnight next Thursday. One of the other vision things about doing this, as Carter was saying, is just the opportunity for you to get to know us as well as for us to get to know you. And so I'm going to kick it off with Carter here.
Yeah.
And what we want you to do is, as you're hearing us, we want you guys to also leave a comment below and let us and hop on this question with us, okay?
Yeah.
And that is, what is one of the coolest things that happened or has happened to you in 2021? Or maybe for some of us, it was something that happened really cool in 2020. But Carter,
Yeah.
what's something going on right now that you're like, this is really cool happening in my life that people might not know?
Yeah, so one of the most crazy things, I mean, last year was a crazy year for me, and this year is pretty much turning into just like last year. So I'm getting the opportunity, like right now, to work with some big name people on creating some new art for music. I can't really say who it is because it's still in the works, but it's really exciting. And
because you draw.
yes, I
And
draw,
they might not know that.
and I am on TikTok, so I'm getting discovered by more people like pretty much every day. But yeah, I have some big name artists that I'm working with right now.
Cool.
So yeah, that's really exciting.
We often joke with Carter and tell him that him working with us is his charity work.
Oh, here we go. They're starting to come in a little bit. Brittany jumped on quick. So she said, "I got married," which that was exciting. I'll tell you, that was for me. It was right when Emily was not feeling well, and so I remember running over and getting things set up. But I'll tell you what, Pastor Andrew Dower, he stepped in to be the DJ.
Yeah.
Ooh.
DJ Fillin.
We call him DJ Fillin, and he absolutely threw down and absolutely killed it. And so that was fantastic.
Yeah, and you're the DJ for my wedding this year, so if you cancel on me,
Yeah,
DJ
Andrew,
Andrew's
you're
in.
ready,
DJ
Andrew.
fill-in, yeah.
DJ Fillin. So let's keep going around. So what is again? You guys keep letting us know, but what is for Pastor Brian over here? What is one of the coolest things that has happened to you in 2021?
First thing that pops in my head was we finally got a new family vehicle.
Ooh.
I didn't know, it's
Yeah.
not too far in 21, so that's what I'm gonna go with. My wife has even let me drive it twice now.
Woo,
Like,
twice.
Yeah, I got to drive it for
Man.
the second time the other day.
That's 2 more than you thought.
It is. Unless you count the test drive, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, because we've both had very small cars,
Yeah.
and Andrew, our oldest, is almost
How many kids
12.
you have?
We have three. I have three
Okay.
boys. And they keep growing, and cramming them in the back of a little car was,
Yeah.
apparently
Not
for them it was
ideal.
not fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we finally got them some space, and that was fun. So that's been
Sweet.
the cool thing for the year. They still get excited to go hop in the car. That I hear is pretty fun to ride in.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then I'd say for me, I'm going to jump into it in just a little bit, but I don't want to share too much, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and that is, it rolls over from last year into this year, and that would be my son.
Mm-hmm.
My son being born, that would be, and again, I don't want to give too much away yet, but that would be definitely one of the coolest things, little Bentley being born. So that for me was really, really exciting. So, yeah. That'd be, like I said, I'm just kind of thinking about it, and that would be absolutely one of the coolest things. So,
Yeah.
each week we're going to take a minute just to kind of focus in on different staff people. We're going to, like I said, we're going to have guests and different people like that. But today I get the opportunity.
Yep, we're gonna actually let you guys get to know Zach a little bit. First time we're gonna go with Zach. So one thing we're gonna do too, and when Carter and I are gonna moderate this, if you guys have any questions that you would like us to ask Zach, that are appropriate, we'll put them in the comments. Let us know, what would you like to know about Zach that maybe you've always been wanting to ask Zach. We've got a couple here that we're gonna ask him. We're actually gonna let him talk about his family for a few minutes.
Hey, we had a few more people also while we're waiting on
yeah.
that. We have a few more people just hopping on, kind of
Yeah.
saying,
Hey,
hey.
Greg Moore.
What's
Greg
up,
Moore.
Adam?
Adam Nelson hopping on. Carter, you know him.
Yeah.
Giving a little bit of shout out. And we got Aaron hopping on with us, so we just wanted to make sure to say hey. And let's see, Jackie. I got the assurance from above.
It's also a story from this year. Yep.
Absolutely. So anyways, just wanted to say hey. So yeah, so go ahead. As you were saying that people can ask me any questions
Yep.
Yeah.
they want, appropriate ones, of course. But yeah, like I said, I was as you guys are kind of asking questions, and they're gonna ask me maybe some questions, and you guys can ask some questions. As I was just saying, Bentley. So I have 3 girls, Kaylee, Kylie, and Kinsley. And then we, like I said, last year we added Bentley. And I'll tell you what, when my wife, when she told me that first she was pregnant, I was like, what in the world? But then when we found out it was a boy, I'm not going to lie, I literally fell on the ground and I started crying.
Aw.
And I lost it. And the best part is my wife, when she told me, she thought she was taking a video so she could get my emotions of what was happening. No, she never pressed record. So it never got recorded, but I was on the ground and I was crying. And
That's so sweet.
I'll tell you what, he is so sweet. So Pastor Brian, if you don't mind taking a second, if you could show them, this is my
There
little
you
buddy
go.
Bentley.
Aw.
Look at that. He is.
Have you ever seen a cuter baby?
I'm sure everybody thinks their baby's cuter, so they would all say yes, Carter.
Sorry,
So-
I don't have any children.
That's okay. So, anyways, that is little Bentley right there, and like I said, he is amazing. And then, as I was just saying, that I have 3 daughters. It's Kaylee, Kylie, and Kinsey, and they are amazing. And we took family photo. Look at that, right there. They are.
Aw.
There you go.
He's just a little bit younger there. But these are my 3 princesses, as well as my wife. I would consider her the queen. But anyway, so she does an amazing job with them. And
Speaking of your wife, she just asked a question.
okay,
Oh.
all right.
When is your wedding anniversary?
Why?
Oh, yes.
That hurts. All right, here we go. Why you do that to me? All right, so August 7th is our anniversary, and it was in 2009.
All right, Emily, quick post. Was he correct?
August 7th, 2009.
You might be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Here we go.
Let's find out.
Come on, Em. Let me know.
There is a delay, so we may want to just keep talking
Yeah,
because it
and
might
then
be a second before we see it.
Mike
Okay.
Pierce asked, "Is he ever going to take voice lessons?"
Wow. Well, there's a
Can
backstory.
oh,
to
look
that.
out. We got, yes, you got to
No.
tell the story.
Please, Pastor Brian, you tell
We
them.
were having a staff, we have every year in the fall, we have a staff, get together just, to, love on each other and whatnot. And so at this point, Mike Pierce is one of the elders of the church, gets up and he's, telling all the different departments how, good they're doing. And he looks at Zach and goes, and the music is adequate.
Yes.
Jokingly, of course, because, Mike Pierce is amazing. He's laughing. So, and that joke has continued on probably will
Yeah.
forever. So
Yeah.
every time Zach does a great job with music on the weekends, we tell him he was adequate.
Yeah.
And it's just always it's just
So
funny.
thank you, Mike Pierce, because it's not just about music anymore. Anything that I do
Is adequate.
Is adequate.
Yes.
So I appreciate that so much. Hey, do you see this, guys? I got it right.
You got it right.
I did. So I am so thrilled. Oh,
And then we have a question from Nancy.
all right. So what we got?
How often do people think you are Baker?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
So here's the deal.
Oh, if I wish I had a side by side right now.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
week.
Next week we'll side by side. So yeah. So it does happen, Nancy. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. If I'm wearing a ball cap and some something athletic and yeah, just something.
The one time out of the month.
The one time out of the month, yeah. But anyways, it has happened. That, like I said, when they're doing good, I would love to for people to think I'm him. When they're not doing good, I definitely do not want to be him. But anyway, so yes, it does happen. That was a great question.
Andrew has a good question.
All right, Pastor Andrew, what you
Uh-oh.
got?
He asked, "Why?
That's my question every day too.
Just why?
Just why?
Just why? Why?
What's
Why? Just why? What is the reason? What is the reasoning?
what is
Why?
this? Is this
It's
like
just all encompassing. Zach.
philosophy or something?
No, just everything you do, we just stand
Oh.
there sometimes and go, why?
Just so you know, I ask myself that question after I do something myself. So this isn't like this is it just happened. So anyways,
So that's kind of everyone kind of knows Zach how he is a woodlawn. So let's kind of go back in history a little bit and kind of you shared a lot from the pulpit even how you got to woodlawn. So let's maybe skip back just maybe in a little bit before that. So I've heard stories and I tried really hard to find some pictures last night and I wish I'd have asked Emily for some in advance, but apparently you used to be in a rock band when you were younger. You want to share about it a little bit?
I got a piece of ice. Hang on.
And Emily,
Not
if you
the
have
best
any
idea for
really
a
good
podcast
pictures
to
from
put
that
ice in
era,
your mouth.
if you could please send them to me, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So out of high school, I jumped into a Christian rock band, and when I jumped into the rock band, I was playing guitar for them, and it was fun. We were called Broken Yoke, and
That's cool.
yeah, it was a really cool experience, and so we definitely got to be able to travel a lot, and had the opportunity to be able to play, on several different stages, and as well as just with different people. Some people know who they are, but POD, Pillar, Under Oath, Red, Barlow Girl, Super Chick. So it was just different bands like that, and like I said, it was really fun. like I said, and to peel it back even before that, when I first started to try and sing, I was so terrible that my stepmom told me that I'm so terrible that I should never sing.
Well, her and Mike must have been talking. And
Yeah.
some lessons.
Yeah, I mean, Mike at least gave you adequate.
she's like, listen, no, you need to do something different with your life.
Ouch.
So yeah. So anyways, yeah. So that's kind of when I first started getting into ministry. Was that was just kind of being exposed to that. Obviously, went to church. But as far as that goes, that was kind of like the first, just seeing people, at the end of the night, they would do altar calls and just seeing people, even at a rock concert, just crying and tearing up and giving their life to Jesus.
So what was the moment when you realized you wanted to go into full-time ministry and that was what you wanted to do?
Well, when I'll be honest with you, when I realized that I wanted to was, I had a different perspective, because in my mind I was thinking, oh, this is like, it's glamorous and it's amazing, and it is amazing, but it was definitely like eye-opening. And so actually when I started in ministry, I was a part-time youth pastor, like full-time, part-time janitor. I did masonry work, and I worked at a ice cream parlor. So that was the first taste of ministry. So literally I was like trying to preach to students, and then the next night I was mopping floors, literally scrubbing toilets. And so that was like my first time being in ministry. And I'll tell you what, even when I was mopping those floors, and it was just still, I guess, going back, it always gave me time to reflect on that Wednesday when we would do the youth services and just being around those kids and stuff like that. There was something that I realized that there was definitely there comes a point you realize, like, money versus being able to impact people. I would always rather impact people and have less financially, just because just seeing their response and seeing them come back to Jesus, or seeing them just get deeper into God's word, there's something really special that happens with that. And so that was kind of like my first experience, and then the journey kind of just grew from there, and experience kind of just grew from there.
That's awesome. A good question. Here you go, Zach. Someone just asked, Ellen just asked, when are you going to record a new Woodlawn Worship CD?
Oh,
that's kind of interesting, because that topic has kind of somewhat been thrown around a little bit.
Oh, Ellen, here's the deal, Ellen. Okay, there's always something, special about writing songs where the season that the church is in, right? Like writing songs from the sermon series and writing songs from what is happening in your church. So definitely, I'll tell you right now, there's definitely a desire and a heart to want to do that, Ellen, because I think, like I said, when you can take kind of what's going on within the church, and what's happening and write it, even what's going on in the world, like I said, there's definitely, so yes, there's a hunger there, and there's a desire there to be able to do that. And I have always had a passion for writing music and stuff like that. And there's, like I said, there's definitely some there's some
music in the work.
hopper.
Yeah, well, I think another day down the road, we're gonna probably maybe feature some stuff that musically that's going on that I think we can't really show yet. So
I can tell you, we don't show, but I can tell you, like I said, Ellen, just to kind of wrap that up, is there's a few songs that we haven't come down the line, and that we recorded, and one of the songs it's called Be Still, and as you guys heard last week, Pastor Brian, that's one of his favorite Bible verses is Be Still and know that I am God. And I think with everything going on in the world, that is something that's just absolutely important to remind ourselves. But like I said, Pastor was doing a series about having peace in an anxious world, and when he was doing that series, that's what the initial thought started to come in. So I began to write about it, and then Brian jumped on board just with some lyrical aspects of it, and just kind of coming together with lyric aspects of it, kind of just formed this song, and it's great. So there is some stuff coming down the pipeline, as well as other worship team members on the team have some original songs that they got. So let me tell you, it is definitely in the works.
Yep. So we're gonna keep moving. One last thing while we're on Zach. Zach, what's I need a funny story. What's the most embarrassing moment, or just an embarrassing moment from leading worship?
Yeah, I've had a few. One of them that comes to mind, we were talking about it, is it's happened to me twice. I don't know what the reason is, but it's happened to me twice, and that is I have led the first time I led worship for a women's conference, and the whole set my fly was down.
And the other one was, I think, just a couple months ago, if I'm remembering correctly.
It was. I'm like, why does this happen? And so yeah, it definitely happened. So that was very embarrassing. I'd say not so much worship, but just ministry in general. And I've said it before. One of the funniest things was I was closing out the service, got done with the worship, pastor spoke, and I was closing out the service, and at the end, and I was trying to explain where the welcome center is because it used to be in the old location, and I said it wrong. I said, my left, your right. It's right out these doors, and this.
Oh, you even did that here one time.
Yeah, and this old lady in the front hold up a loser sign right on her forehead.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, loser. Like, no, it's opposite. It's your right, it's my left. And I just look at her, I'm like, that's not very nice. But it made me laugh. And then obviously one of the other funny things is these guys got me last week. You guys got me last week.
Yeah, so okay, so let's segue into that.
Yeah,
actually,
good transition.
Zach didn't know we were gonna do this.
He
so
looks so nervous.
This is gonna be fun.
Because last week you guys got me, so I have anxious.
Yeah, you should be a little anxious right now.
Yeah.
So all right, so hopefully. If you were at the 9 a.m. service this weekend, you have no idea what we're talking about, but you're about to find out.
Yes.
If you're at the 10:45 service, you know exactly what we're talking about, and we're going to talk about this for a second. So, for those you don't know, during the week, it can be somewhat stressful sometimes, and we like to play, little practical jokes and pranks on each other. We like to jump out and scare each other and get it on video, and we really should probably share more of those.
Yeah.
So, if you were at the 9 a.m. service this past weekend, you may remember at the end, Zach basically got up and, instead of, quickly wrapping up the service, he decided, like he was supposed to, he decided it would be cute to talk about his dog for a minute. So this is the 9 a.m. service, and we're going to watch. This is what happened.
Pastor Matt, he obviously showed you his dogs, and Pastor Andrew showed you his. So I thought I might as well just show you mine. So this is Bella. That's right. Congregation has spoken. Mic drop. I win. All right. So this is Bella. She
so
is
nice.
a little Maltese. She's fantastic. This one, she's younger. Now that she's grown up, I don't want to show you that one because she's got the worst crooked teeth ever. So we're going to stay with this picture. #blessed. Okay. But anyways.
Yep. Okay. So that's what happened at the 9 a.m. service.
Yes.
Beautiful dog. Talked about how now she has crooked teeth.
Yeah.
This picture of her and a puppy. So
Are you gonna show the video?
So we're gonna give you behind the scenes thing. So at that point, the entire production room, we're sitting there going, thanks Zach. The time we got a second service to get ready for, and then all of a sudden it's like everyone like a light bulb went off at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny if we swapped out that picture with something else?
Because it was last service, we had time to kill. So
we had a few minutes.
Yeah.
Like this was literally happening as worship was about to start, like within minutes. So, so if you were at the 9, you didn't see what happened. So this is basically what then happened.
I thought Pastor Matt, obviously, last week he did a phenomenal job, but he did show you, and he said, how cute his dog was. And yeah, it's coming. And then Pastor Andrew, obviously, he's oodling over his dogs.
Yep.
So I thought I'd just take a minute to show you our dog, Bella.
boom.
Oh, beautiful.
#blessed,
Going through your head right now, Zach.
I'll tell you what's going on.
That's not the picture I gave him.
I was like,
That's even better.
That's the
So
one. where I
anyways,
turned around.
yeah,
That
so
was-
Bella,
that
there
was like
she
the
is.
icing on the cake.
That's right. Church has spoken. I win.
That is,
But anyways,
This is the hardest I've ever.
still gets
That
me.
was the hardest I've ever laughed in church, bar none. Yeah.
ugliest dog I've ever seen.
What?
I'm not gonna name names, but I said, how great would it be, guys, if we found the? I don't even remember actually how it started.
Yeah.
Like I was like, quick, someone find the ugliest dog you can and run it out there, and they
Well-
did.
when Bella's wet, she looks like that.
And the thing is, I was in this room and I could hear you guys over there. I wasn't sure if you were actually
Oh
gonna
my
do it or not.
gosh.
So that was the most exciting thing ever.
It
seeing
was
you go up
hilarious.
And knowing,
And then what was amazing was somehow Zach was able to like gather himself.
yeah, you got yourself together.
And he got himself
which is
together
impressive.
for a minute.
Yes.
For a minute.
And then it went downhill.
And then this happened.
Pastor Matt did a wonderful job. He'll be back here next week. Pastor Andrew did a fantastic job today. Yeah, trust me, trying to get out of this to where we got to go sometimes is a real challenge. But anyways, like I said, we really appreciate you guys being here. What we're going to do is we're just going to talk about tithe.
And then he just loses it.
Oh, that's someone's dog. I feel horrible. Oh, praise the Lord. It only happens like 2 times a year I get the mic. In person.
What you can't hear is the whole sanctuary laughing.
Yeah, we did not get a good audio of Sanctuary losing it either, but yeah, I just thought for a minute today we would just, enjoy Zach's misery. As 200 people got to basically watch him.
Well, plus online. Plus online.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, plus online. So, anyways, I'll tell you what. But then out of this
And, obviously, the joy of the Lord is a good
started the hashtag.
But we appreciate you
Pups
being
at
here.
Woodlawn.
So this
Pups
time,
of
So
Woodlawn,
out of
yes.
this, then all of a sudden on Facebook,
He's still losing it.
to go.
He's trying to change the topic.
I tried.
you
remember-
can't get out of
hey,
this.
Lord, help me.
Share,
Father, we
share
just
what
love you here today.
what Andrew told you.
I was like, Pastor Andrew never came to save me. He's just on the front row laughing, and I'm wondering why. And he basically, and Pastor Andrew can chime in on here because I don't remember word for word. So I'm just basically saying how it came off to me was basically, I know you are floundering, but I wanted to basically just see how this was going to end up.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that was definitely one of the funniest moments that I've been a part of. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
And then on here, one of the most embarrassing stories of being a worship pastor. I mean, there's definitely been a couple, but one of them that comes to mind is it's happened before. But a song started one time for a female in a female key, and I had to, we were playing, and verse started. She didn't sing, so I was like, okay, maybe she's just, worshiping. I opened my eyes. She's got her eyes closed, so I'm like, okay, she definitely is. Verse comes again, missed it again, and I'm like, what is happening? And I go over, and then it dawned on me, she's too scared. She's not going to sing.
Oh, my.
So I proceeded to have to sing the song Revelation by Carrie Job in the female key, and it was horrendous. It was so bad. I mean, it was really, really, really rough. And so that's happened. It's happened before where they play it. We practice, not here. I want to specify not here, but it's happened before where the band played it in completely wrong key after you practice the right key, but live. There's no going back, and you just got to trudge through it and try to make it. That would definitely be one of the other moments. One time with COVID going on, I forgot I did have my mask on, so I went to go up and and so I went back out.
Well, you had it down on your chin
One
time too. You
Like a
forgot
chin.
that you were still wearing it.
Yeah, that's happened before. So so those would definitely be some of the stuff.
All right, thanks Zach for sharing that. So we're gonna move on. Let's we're just gonna kind of move on and kind of rehash some of the new stuff we talked a little bit last week about some of the new stuff we got coming. Just from the church as a whole. Next week, our goal is to actually give you guys a glimpse at the new website and the new online
exciting.
platform. So we're gonna spend some time doing that next week.
Which is really, I don't think when you say a new website, I don't think they understand how exciting it is actually going to be. The interaction abilities and just the fresh new look and how it's going to react is going to be.
It's awesome.
Fantastic.
It's awesome, yeah.
Yep. So Zach, why don't you talk to us about what else is happening at the beginning of March?
Yes, we have new service times because God is on the move here at Woodlawn Church, and so we have new service times.
Yes.
And so we actually, like I said, we sent out a survey. So if you've seen it and you filled it out, fantastic. We appreciate it. If you haven't yet, we would love to just know. It's just great information to know what service you come to. So let's go down the line here. First service, 8:15. So 8:15. If you are an early bird, we would love to see you at that service. So 8:15. Then we have 9:45.
9:45.
And then 11:15.
11:15.
And I'll tell you what, like I said, it's going to be exciting because the reason we have to do this, I'll tell you, last week it was full.
Yeah.
Especially at the second service, it was full and it was exciting, and you could see the joy though on people's faces and the smile, and they were engaged and they were worshiping and they were excited about the message. And that's been the case, I'll tell you what, like I said, since the beginning of the year. There's just been a light switch that's went off, and God's been doing some amazing things at Woodlawn. So because of the growth and because people are feeling more comfortable, and I'll tell you what, there's so many volunteers at the same time that are doing a fantastic job cleaning between all the services and before service and after.
We want to make sure we're able to socially distance. We want to make sure we're able to keep, space and everyone's able to stay safe. So that's why another reason why we're adding another one, so everyone, can do that properly. So
so anyway, so that's just, like I said, between all that. But again, we can't say enough thank you to all the volunteers that make it happen each and every week. You guys are phenomenal. But so we got 3 services happening on Sunday. So if you can pick one of those each week, 8:15, 9:45, and 11:15. And with that, we have a new set design we are launching out this weekend.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, like I said, I'm not joking when I say this is probably one of the neatest.
I think it's our favorite.
It's
set,
so cool.
Yeah, it just the creativity that's gone behind it and how it looks. I'm telling you right now, you are not going to want to miss it, whether you come in person or even online.
Yeah.
Either way, you're not going to want to miss this weekend because I'm telling you, it is so cool.
Yep.
So we got a new set design rolling out this weekend, and like I said, I feel like the month of March is just going to be crazy.
A lot is changing. And a
Good,
lot of
in
new
some
things,
amazing ways.
In good ways, yeah.
Yeah, it's all. Sometimes you see a lot of change has to happen, or you run into problems. It seems like we're running into so many problems right now, and then we all go, "These are awesome problems to have." Like we've got so many. It's just it's so encouraging. We're working like crazy, so you guys can keep having an amazing experience each and every weekend. Safely, happily. Like we just it's so awesome. Like we're just so privileged to be able to see you all every weekend and be able to do this, and it's an honor, really. Sometimes.
Yeah, because literally you got a new set design. Then you got this #GS series. Then you got a new website. Then you got a new online platform that we're working on. And then you have Easter coming around the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Yes, a
and
lot of excitement.
We may be able to talk about Easter next week, too.
Yes, we will. And you're not going to want to miss that. I'm telling you right now. If you're like, what's going on for Easter? Tune in next week.
So, Carter, there's something else we're working on this week, and we'll be finishing next week.
Yes. So, the space you're seeing right now, this is not our permanent spot.
Thank you, Christy.
We're just like in half of a room, the growth track room.
Yeah, we invaded the growth track room, set up a curtain.
Which growth track is actually signing up.
Yeah.
Is happening.
Right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right now. So if
it's also starting in March.
That's right. That's another thing. I mean, I'm telling you. So if you are as Pastor kind of talks about it, kicking around the tires and wanting to be a part of growth track, I'm telling you right now, sign up.
Yeah.
It's an amazing class. It gives you opportunity to know more about the church in depth, what we believe, and like I said, you get to even discover gifts about yourself. And
I'm doing it.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
That's right. And your lovely fiance.
Yes, Ashley.
So if you didn't know it, he has a fiance, and she is a sweetheart.
Yes.
So anyway, so go ahead and tell about the room.
Yeah, but we're working on a new room right now. We just got it painted. It's so cool. We're pretty much gonna have this set up for the podcast in there. We're gonna do, if you've seen our online morning announcements on Sundays, we're gonna be doing those in there, and also Pastor's devotional will be in there eventually. We're going to have like scenes we can swap out, which is going to be awesome. It's going to give us a lot of opportunity to create more things and get information out to you guys. And as you see, we're adding a lot of stuff. We're adding podcasts and different announcements and everything, and we're having a lot of fun with it. Like,
and Pastor's devotion on Wednesday morning.
Yes.
Wednesday morning, 7.
We're having a lot of fun with it. So, we're excited that you guys get to know us better and get to experience more of what Woodlawn Church is about. So that's pretty much why we're switching things up here.
So if you see a sign this weekend on a room that says "Film room under construction,"
Yes.
don't open the door.
Yeah, don't open the door.
Yes, don't open the door. We
You
don't want
might step in some
So,
paint.
kind of, and I just said a little bit of it, and I want Brian to jump into a little bit more, is our online experience. I don't think people realize how critical the online experience is, because we have, it's not like we have 10. I mean, we have hundreds of people watching Woodlawn Church through the online experience from the wonderful tech team. And I would love for Brian, you to take a minute and just kind of just encompass what our goals, what's going on with the online and with the campus and website. Just kind of just give us an overview.
Yeah, so we've been averaging close to 1,000 people right now on the weekends watching us online, which is just somewhat
Incredible.
mind-boggling. Yeah, it's just absolutely incredible. You figure especially if you stop and think, even a year ago, wasn't even on the
Radar.
So it's really cool. And so part of this online platform, we'll get more into it next week, but is really just to kind of keep developing this feeling and this just experience for anyone who's watching online. And it's not even just for someone who can't be here because of COVID, but there's just always going to be people who just can't make it to church for whatever reason, or they're traveling or whatever. And we just want you to be able to take that Woodlawn experience that you'd get when you're in person and be able to take it with you. So there's going to be more things in place to have some personal interaction. So you'll still be able to watch it on YouTube. You'll still be able to watch it on Facebook, but we're really going to push everyone to try to go to this online platform, which you can watch from your phone, your tablet, your computer, and just keep doing that. So that way, just everyone will kind of be in one place, and it'll just have this, church feel
Community.
to it. Yeah,
it gives
community feel
a
to
chance to, because sometimes, when you're at home, because there's so many different platforms, the beautiful thing about this is
everyone feels like they're in different places.
Yeah, so it gives you a chance to feel like you're together again,
Yeah.
and you might see someone you haven't seen in a couple weeks or even months, and it's like, oh my gosh, they are watching too, and
it's okay to say hi.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but when you're growing up, you remember you're like, you can't talk in church.
Yeah,
We're giving you all permission to talk in church
talk
the
away.
whole way through if you want.
That's right. I
Can
said
you never make that face again? That would be. So
He makes that face too much at me.
real quick, Carter, podcast, Spotify stuff.
Yes.
We're still working on it.
Yeah, so right now we're just obviously like live streaming the podcast to Facebook as a visual podcast, but soon we're going to be doing the audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and more. I didn't even know there was more than that, but
There's more.
we're
It's
gonna
a package.
yeah, we're gonna put it on
all
everything we can. Just so you guys can have more opportunities to hear us and get to know us better, because not everyone uses Facebook.
Yep.
So yeah, we're just trying to span out as much as we can.
Yep, sounds good.
absolutely.
All right, real quick, Zach, you got scripture?
Yeah,
We're gonna get ready to do the drawing, guys.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So let me just give you guys this quick scripture just to encourage you today, because we never want to come together and not leave you with something, just kind of encourage you in that spiritual aspect of it. And in Isaiah 40, it's actually the verse of the day if you have the Bible app, but it's such a good scripture that I wanted to just read it to you again if you didn't hop on today. And in Isaiah 40, it kind of starts towards the end of chapter 28, and it says, "The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youth grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and they will not faint." When I saw that, I just think about, especially just, you see now there's a lot of people working really hard,
Yeah.
and a lot of people, especially, in churches, it's just like, because there is so many variables now, but even in the world, there's so many people working hard, and there's so many challenges that people are facing right now with everything going on in the world. And when I saw the scripture, even this morning, it just really just reminded me, like, look, don't put your hope anywhere else except for in God. Just believe and just know that if you put your hope in him and you trust in him, that just like it says, the great thing about it is every day it's a new day, but he will renew your strength for that day. And when you know that, you're like, all right, God, you're going to renew my strength for that day. There is just something about it that's almost like freeing, like he's with me today. He's going before me. He's walking with me. He is with me. He's on my side. And so for whoever that is today, just know, just put your hope in God. Just believe in him and just say, you know what, God, I trust you. Whatever I'm facing today, I believe in you. Because it's not like the great thing about the Bible, it's not a question. It's like, well, what if? I hope you do. These are promises, and these are something that you can hold on to, and you can know that God's going to come through. So there's so many times that unfortunately people will fail us, but God will never fail us.
Yeah.
And so the promise is when he says that you will run and not grow weary, that you will walk and you will not faint, you will soar on wings of eagles. I mean, that is just a promise saying whatever you're going to do that day, that you know that you can accomplish it with God. So, like I said, whoever that's for today, I really hope that encourages you. So we have something exciting, though, and that is a drawing.
Yes.
All right, time.
So should we say what our answers were, or just?
We can, let's see if we can pull that up here real quick. So, get the drums rolling. My controller won't work on my computer, so I gotta click on this by hand. Yeah. All right.
So last week we played Two Truths and a
Two
Lie.
Truths and a Lie.
And
Can we record that for next time? It's like just sound.
That was
Two Truths
good.
and a Lie.
Alrighty, so.
All right, so we'll just do this in order from where we had before. So
Yes.
mine were.
All
right, so.
All right, Brian.
I have to confess. Okay, I have to confess. I screwed up.
3 truths and no lie.
I spent so much time making sure they didn't screw this up that I screwed it up.
Yeah.
All 3 of mine were true.
And so.
And I didn't realize it. Well, in my head, I was thinking I played basketball in 8th grade, but that's not true. I realized I actually did play basketball in high school. I totally forgot.
He was a center.
I am 5'5" on a good day, and I was not a good basketball player. But
So anyone that guessed
anyone that
numbers
guessed
for
anything
Brian,
got credit for mine.
yeah,
so
you got a
everyone-
name in the drawing.
So everyone's got a name in there, no matter what.
Yes.
So after that, Carter, you are next.
Okay.
Carter, are you friends with Dr. Phil?
Surprisingly, yes, I am friends with Dr. Phil. A lot of people thought that one was the false one, but yes, I am. I would call him a friend. I don't know if he'd call me a friend, but I'd call him a friend.
You do have communication with Dr. Phil,
Yes,
though, somewhat regularly.
And tell him why, though, so
Yep.
they understand.
Yes.
You can give them a little bit of that, and that is because you did some drawings.
Yes, I do drawings on TikTok. If you don't know what TikTok is, it's like the newest form of social media. I have a little over 1 million followers on there, and Dr. Phil's son reached out to me, and I got in touch with his father, Dr. Phil, and he wanted me to draw some pictures of him as cartoons, and so I got to chat with him a bit, and it was really cool. But yeah, number 2, I've had over 19 million views on one video. That is true.
That is true.
It went viral. It got featured
It was
on
right around
BuzzFeed,
Christmas, right?
and-
It was your Grinch and
It was
SpongeBob
the
mashup.
Grinch and
Yep.
SpongeBob mashup. It got featured on BuzzFeed and like
It's
Lab
definitely
Rival
one of my
and all-
favorite ones you've
a
ever
bunch
done.
of
If you guys
different
haven't seen
news.
it, go follow Carter on TikTok.
Yeah, Carter J. Collins.
Yep.
But
I'll let you put that in the description of the video. Go find Carter on TikTok. His drawings are amazing.
Which Carter's middle name is James, which I guessed, which I'm so excited
he's
about
so
that.
proud about that.
I
but
guessed it for the first
yeah.
time. First time.
Number 3 is
that
false.
also means that you did not get the so we're not
I
getting any
never jumped
autographs
with
from
Skillet.
Skillet.
Yeah.
Nope.
Skillet.
All right, Zach, have you
Yes.
met Chris Hodges?
I have met Chris Hodges, and so we went to his church for a conference, and he was walking around, and we got a chance to be able to meet him, and it was fantastic. He is an incredible human being.
Awesome.
Zach, have you ever wrote a song that was in a movie soundtrack?
Yes, there was a song that I wrote and was a part of, and it was amazing experience. Got to go to the red carpet in Tennessee and Nashville area, and it was phenomenal to be a part of that and just see behind the scenes. And I will tell you, like I said, just the experience was just fantastic. So number 3, if
Not
you guessed it,
met.
is not true. I have never met Joe Osteen, although people say that when I'm on stage singing that my eyes look like him.
You can just associate you with anyone, apparently.
That's
like,
true. Hey,
all right, so
Brittany, you can't have my autograph. You probably already have it because you did my background check.
that's so good.
But yeah, we're gonna draw the name. Who gets the free T-shirt? And if you're the winner, you can message one of us your size and everything.
Yeah, if you win, just in case they're not on, if you win, we will contact you.
Shake it up, shake it up. Okay,
Shake it
Zach.
up, shake it up. Who we got?
Zach, you got it.
Yeah, stop singing. Just
I'm
draw
sorry,
a name.
guys.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
just got excited.
I have music here for a reason. Like, we don't.
I can't even see. This is a total guess. Abigail Nussbaum, you actually, and look at this. This is crazy. Because
Yeah, dump it all out.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's. It's not just
names.
couple
This was a total. They're not all Abigail, so I just want to clarify.
She had 3 in here. She guessed all 3 correctly.
So, like I said, there is Mandy Stevens right there. Like I said, there was several.
I
other
may
people.
have been the reason that there's a lot of names.
Yeah, Pastor Brian was the reason. But Abigail Nussbaum, you won the free T-shirt.
Woo!
So, she is actually pregnant, so she can either wait. Or she can get.
You can get a shirt for your baby.
You can get a shirt for your baby.
We have it in children's
anyways,
sizes.
Abigail Nussbaum, you're the one. And don't forget, guys, that as we wrap up, that they need. If you can pull that back up at the end here.
Yep.
This is the next T-shirt
Yes.
giveaway. Is who plays the most instruments? Number 1, me. 2, Carter. 3, Brian.
You
But
have
again,
until Thursday next week.
Thursday
midnight.
next week, midnight, and we're
Yeah.
gonna be pulling it. But again, Abigail Nussbaum, you are the winner this time.
Woo, confetti.
As always.
Woo!
As always, I forgot my bell this week. As always, it is a pleasure to be with you guys. We love you guys. We can't wait to see you guys this weekend at Woodlawn Church. We got our 2 service times right now as we're going to be branching off, like I said, in March. Service times are, let them know, Carter, for this week.
8:15. Oh, no, not this
No,
week.
no,
Not this week. Not this week. Don't show up at 8:15. Well, you can. But
can't.
for this week, it's
Carter loses the opportunity to speak in this meeting.
9 o'clock
So-
and 10:45. Be here.
9 o'clock and 10:45. Be here or online. Don't miss out this weekend. It's going to be another exciting weekend here at Woodlawn Church.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, on that, ready to go? All right, we'll see ya. And we're out. Maybe. There we go.